what he
Up,
did.
E mighty
Those
race.
are words from the great Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
Marcus Garvey, you're my teacher. Marcus Garvey, yes, you are the one. Marcus Garvey, you have changed me. And let me up the works that must be done. You are the God sent from God. You are the Moses with the rod. You are the man from sentence bed, come to lead our children from going astray.
They say you left us on the penny.
They say you left us, simply not true.
The knowledge of God just remains in our hearts. At your glorious word.
Oh my God.
Oh, I've never seen anyone.
I've never seen anyone quite like you, Mr. Garvey.
Seen anyone quite like you.
Marcus Garvey, my teacher. Marcus Garvey, yes, you are the one. Marcus Garvey, you have changed me. And you lift me up the works that must be done.
You took our strength while our mind is at play.
Wake up!
The long lasting sleep. We must accomplish what we will.
Wake up!
It's teaching still. Mr. Garvey lives on now and forever.
Wake up!
In our hearts and in our minds and in our soul. Let's respect the man.
Wake up!
The man. Let's honor the man. And our future will be secure.
Marcus Garvey, you're my teacher. Marcus Garvey, yes, you are the one. Marcus Garvey, you have changed me. I'm the word that must be done. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're the prophet, say my God. You are the Moses with the rod. You are the man from Sentence Bay, come to lead our children from going astray.
They say you left us on the penny.
They say you left us, simply not true.
The knowledge of God just remains in our hearts. And your glorious word.
Oh my God.
Oh, I've never seen anyone.
I've never seen anyone quite like you, Mr. Garvey. I've never seen anyone quite like you, sir. Marcus Garvey, you're my teacher. Marcus Garvey, yes, you are the one. Marcus Garvey, you have changed me. And of the works that must be done. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. How are you today? Today is a beautiful day for me. Today is August 17, 2019. And today, ladies and gentlemen, is the 132nd Earthstrong of one of the greatest man. I'm not going to say black man. I'm going to say one of the greatest man that was born on the planet Earth. You hear what I'm saying to you? Today we celebrate the Earthstrong of the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And when I say that with no apology. I say that with no apology because the Honorable Marcus Garvey have done so much for me, and I know he has done so much for you. Good morning, Juju Tracy. Valentine Hutchinson, good morning. Sandra Black, good morning. Kenesha Sterling, good morning. Claudio Casangrande, good morning. Batex Man, good morning. Aeon Sinclair, good morning. Welcome to Big Stone Live. Today, ladies and gentlemen, is the Earthstrong of the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And I choose to do this live because I want the world to know especially us here in Jamaica, because I know you out there, you in the United States of America, you in Africa, you in England, you in France, Spain, Italy, you scattered all over the world, respect, honor, and love this man. But here in Jamaica, we fail to honor one of the greatest sons of the soil. And that is what I come to talk about today. Yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, I was on a radio program on Roots 96.1 FM. And I was talking to Empress Denise Isis Miller. And she spoke to the president of the UNIA in Jamaica, right? And trust me, when she spoke to the president of the UNIA, Mr. Golden, I was shocked to find out that he had to go to the United States of America to find out about this great, great, great man. Then Empress Isis Miller said she had to go to the United States to find out how powerful this great man is. Saying, Anointed Royal Strong Maroon, good morning, man. Good morning, good morning. As you know, today is the Earthstrong of the Right Honorable Marcus Garvey. But can you imagine a man that was born in St. Anne's Bay, a man that was born in the parish of St. Anne, a man, the distance from Kingston to St. Anne is not even 200 miles. The distance from St. Anne from Montego Bay is not even 100 miles. And yet still, people fail to honor, respect, and love this great human being. Why isn't Marcus Garvey taught in the schools? Why? I remember in 2012, when we celebrated the Earthstrong of the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And I reached out to a lot of people to help. Paul Elliott, the Chosen One, was there first. Big up yourself, Paul Elliott, the Chosen One. But when I reached out to a whole lot of people, ladies and gentlemen, a whole lot of people shunned the name Marcus Garvey. They were too busy celebrating the 50th anniversary of Jamaica. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's a great thing to celebrate our 50th independence. But I'm talking about in the midst of all that, in the midst of celebrating our great country, Jamaica, what about one of the greatest sons of the soil that is internationally known all over the world? What about him? And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you this. I did my research, and when I found out why they do not want to teach the Honorable Marcus Garvey in our schools and churches, as Muta Baruka said, I'm going to explain to you why. Now, Mr. Garvey was born on this day, August 17, 1887. He is 132 years old. And you notice I say he is because he's not dead as they claim on the 10th of June, 1940. He lives within me and you. Remember in the United States when they took him to court and they say, we have captured the tiger. And the Honorable Marcus Garvey said, yes, you have captured the tiger, but my cubs are still running loose. And we are the cubs of Marcus Garvey. Every time I speak about this man, I get emotional, ladies and gentlemen, because the Honorable Marcus Garvey is like my Jesus Christ. You hear what I'm saying to you? I've never known what Jesus done for me, but I can tell you that the Honorable Marcus Garvey has changed my life forever. When I got to the United States in 1980 as a young man, 23 years old, you're exposed to a whole lot of things, drugs and violence and guns and all kinds of things. And if it had not been for the teaching of the Honorable Marcus Garvey, and guess how I get to find him? When I got to the United States of America, I was bigging up, and rightly so, Malcolm X, one of the greatest black leaders, Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, Steve Bantu Biko. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you that I'm bigging up one of the greatest prophets, these are all great prophets, Patrice Malumba, people who have died for the struggle of our people. These are the people that I was honoring and worshiping and giving kudos to. And they deserve every kudos I get. But ladies and gentlemen, to tell you the truth, when I dig deep and I dig deeper, I found out that all these great freedom fighters in the United States of America honor, respect, love this man, the Right Honorable Marcus Garvey. And I said to myself, wow. In Jamaica, we call him all kind of names, derogatory names. Short, ugly black man. All kind of negative name we call him. And ladies and gentlemen, when I see how people honor Marcus Garvey abroad, when I saw how people respect and love this man abroad, it brought me to tears. After spending quite a number of years in the United States with my wife, Dorma Sinclair, and having my children, Claudia, Sean, Shane, I said to myself, man, I can't stay in the United States of America. I have to go back to Jamaica and spread the good tidings and speak about this man, because this man have done so much. This man have done so much for his people, and he's still doing it for his people. And I said, I must go back home to Jamaica and spread the gospel of Marcus Garvey. And that is what I'm doing. Militia, big up yourself. That is what I'm doing. So in 2012, when I invited Dr. Julius Garvey to come to Jamaica, and they shunned Big Stone, they didn't believe that the son of Marcus Garvey would respect the people of Jamaica. Because guess what? Dr. Julius Garvey is world renowned as the second son of Marcus Garvey. And he has many invitations to go to different parts of the world to celebrate the 125th year of his father's birth. But guess what? When I spoke to him, I didn't have to beg Dr. Julius Garvey. He said right away, Jamaica is where I want to come. And on the 16th of August, 2012, he landed at the Norman Manley International Airport. It was such a jubilation. Rastafarians from all over the place. Seal was there, Jamaicans was there to greet this great prophet son. And guess what? We took him all over. We took Dr. Julius Garvey to the places that I know. If the government had brought him here, they probably would not have taken. We took Dr. Garvey to Jake's Road. Jake's Road was named from Dr. Julius Garvey's mother, the second wife of Marcus Garvey, Amy Jakes Garvey. Jake's Road. And ladies and gentlemen, because of politics, Jake's Road was torn with violence and shots being fired here and there, because they did not understand the true legacy of the name Jakes. To know that the wife of Marcus Garvey owned property there and lived there, and Dr. Julius Garvey walked the streets of Jake's Road. There was a jubilant experience when we took him there. Then we took him to Zion Hill or Bubba Hill, where the Rastafarian worship the Honorable Marcus Garvey as a god. Yes, the Honorable Marcus Garvey is worshipped with the Rastafarians as God. So it was a beautiful experience for me, ladies and gentlemen, to do that. But in the year 2013, we invited Dr. Julius Garvey again. This time, it didn't cost me $1. Dr. Garvey went into his pocket, paid his own airfare, paid for his hotel, paid for the seminar at Michael Teachers College to teach the teachers. Because remember, the Honorable Ronald Twitch was presented with the official book in 2012. And he promised that he would have introduced these books into the schools so that our children and our children can learn about one of the greatest men. I'm not going to say black man. I'm not disowning my race. But to say black man is just singling out to one specific race. The Honorable Marcus Garvey is one of the greatest men that was ever born on the planet Earth. And I will say that with no apology. And in 2013, when Dr. Garvey spent his money, teach the teachers at Michael Teachers College, Teach them how to be able to introduce the Honorable Marcus Garvey from a kindergarten stage right on to high school, college. He spent his money for 3 days lecturing these teachers. And to date, August 17, 2019, nothing has come of that. So it is up to us who are educated, us who are learned of the great man, must teach it to our children, must teach it to our friends, must teach it to our next of kin. We must do that. I remember one of the greatest philosophers, Dr. John Henry Clark. You know what he said? He said, powerful people will never teach powerless people how to be powerful. Can I repeat what Dr. John Henry Clark said? He said, powerful people, people with knowledge will never teach powerless people how to be powerful. And you can't blame them. They're doing what they're supposed to do to hold on to this power. But we, as his cubs, must teach it to the rest of us. And I gave up my green card, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I did. To come back to this beautiful country of Jamaica and to revere and honor the Right Honorable Marcus Garvey and to make the world know how powerful a man he is. And that's what I'm doing. And I beseech all of you of African descent, and even if you're not of African descent, because people from all over the world, from different ethnic groups, love, honor, respect, and worship the man. Please teach Mr. Garvey, because Mr. Garvey's teachings are powerful. Can you imagine if it was introduced in the schools 20 years ago? Because 20 years ago in Jamaica, every year after 20 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, we have lost over 1,000 people. 1,000 people have been killed in this country. Right now, we're the 17th of August, we have lost over 825 people killed, murdered in this country because they lack self-love. They don't love themselves. They don't love each other. They don't love their neighbors. They don't love their country. They don't know nothing about love. So we are self-destructing down here. We are self-destructing down here. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna play a song again. I just opened up the show with the song, but for those of you who are just joining in, I want you to listen to the words of this song, because the Honorable Marcus Garvey, what he has done for me, what he has done for my life, what he has done for, I'm a living testimony. I could have been one of the biggest drug dealers in the world. I could be one of the biggest gangsters in the world. But because of this man, I've changed my life, and I did not want to walk down those pathways. Mr. Garvey, thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Garvey, for looking out. Thank you so much for being the kind of leader that you are, sir. The kind of selfless leader that you are. I'm honored to be a cub of yours. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk to you some more. Big up some people. Devon Unique, big up yourself. I want to big up some people who are just tuning in on Facebook. I want to big them up because I want to know that all of you, Donovan Thompson, big up. Saskia King, big up. Stonewall, Jamaica, one of the stalwart people. And I have to big up Stonewall, Jamaica, especially because Stonewall, Jamaica has been putting in the work, educating our people of how powerful this man really is. So Stonewall, Jamaica, big up. Daily Chala, big up yourself, big up yourself. Nina Rasta, I know you're over there in Senegal, big up yourself. Joanne Martin, big up. Winston Lothian, big up. Gilson Nascimento, big up. O'Neill Zeminis, big up. Glennis Forbes from Montego Bay, one of a great voice. One of the biggest singers that come out of Jamaica is my friend, a former member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, now a preacher. And I know, Glennis, that the Honorable Marcus Garvey have changed your life. So I want you to join in with me, listen to the words of this song again. It means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to you. I'm going live right now, Kunta Kente Warrior. Come on in, man, and join the live that I'm doing, celebrating the life of one of the greatest men that was ever born in Jamaica. So come on down. Come on down, brother. Come on in, man. Come on in. Yes, that was Kunta Kente Warrior. And guess what? He's an artist of superb class. Hey! Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey, you're my teacher. Marcus Garvey, yes, you are the one. Marcus Garvey, you have changed me. And let me up the works that must be done. You are sent from God. You are the Moses with the rod. Come on in, man. You are the man from St. Anne's Bay. Come to lead our children from going astray.
They say you left us on the
They say you left us, simply not true.
The knowledge of God just remains in our
Let me see if
hearts.
it's outside, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I've never seen anyone quite like you, Mr. Ron. I've never seen anyone quite like you.
Marcus Garvey, you're my teacher. Marcus Garvey, yes, you are the one. Marcus Garvey, you have changed me. I'm looking up the works that must be done.
Youths have gone astray while our minds are prey.
Wake up. Come on in, brother.
We must accomplish what we will.
Wake up.
Station still. Mr. God,
Wake up, wake up. Come and sit and join this live, man. The Earthstrong of the great. Carry on, you're live, man.
let's honor the man, and our future will be secure.
We're celebrating the life of one of the greatest men that was ever. Let me pull up and introduce this art. Let me pull up and introduce this great brother right beside me. Facebook and YouTube. As you know, we go live today because we're celebrating the 132nd Earthstrong of one of the greatest man. I'm not going to say black man because I'm not singling out to just our race. One of the greatest man that was ever born on the planet Earth. And that is the Right Honorable Marcus Garvey. Right here is none other than Vision. We call him the Kunta Kente Warrior. What has Marcus Garvey, because I know this is an impromptu, but you're ready for this anytime. What has the Honorable Marcus Garvey done for you?
Well, Marcus Garvey has played an integral role in my upliftment as a human being and as a person.
Yes.
You know, and it even reflects in my music.
Yes.
Because all my musics are black liberating musics, and Marcus Garvey is one of my main influence, you know. So, one of the greatest black men ever born.
How did you come to the knowledge of Marcus Garvey? Because you're a young man and they don't teach me in our schools. How was you introduced to Marcus?
Well, I heard about Marcus Garvey briefly in school.
Briefly.
Yeah.
You hear that something?
Yeah,
you hear that, ladies and gentlemen?
You know?
He said briefly in school. But we heard a lot about Christopher Columbus and all the other Napoleon Bonaparte and all the other criminals and murderers. But so, briefly.
Yeah, we heard about Marcus Garvey as the first national hero.
Yes.
But they didn't elaborate much on it to let us know that this is why this man was known as the first national hero. And all that. So after leaving school, you know, as I say, we went on a journey to black liberation.
Yes.
So we start research on all of the great men and we realize that for me, Marcus Garvey there on the top shelf.
On the top shelf.
Yes, as one of the greatest man ever walk this earth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a young brother right here. I'm an old man, 62. But it is good to know that the legacy, the teaching, the philosophy, the greatness of this great man is here.
I want to even say it, so even the book on Philosophies and Opinions of Marcus Garvey.
Yes.
Yeah, that book really helps me a lot too.
To understand the man.
Even on my journey. And I would advise any young youth or any person at all to get a copy of that book, you know?
Yes, yes. Currently, ladies and gentlemen, I'm working on an EPK to bring back the sweetness of reggae music to Jamaica, because we seem to be losing what the music really represents. And when I say that I'm not bashing a man how he makes his living. I'm talking about dancehall artists. I'm not bashing how they make their living, but I'm saying if reggae music is one of the greatest music that was ever created and it belongs to us, why are we losing it? Why are we giving it away to people like Gentleman and Albarosi and UB40 and all the others who are making millions of dollars from our music, while the place that the music was created mostly, which is Trench Town, and we all know that, the place is infested by rats, shots being fired, people are murdered there every single day as we speak. Why can't we not harness our music? Why can't we not take a control of our music? And this music I'm going to introduce you to, because I want you to know how great this brother is. I know he's in a hurry, but it's not mixed or mastered yet, but because he's here, I'm going to have to find it.
I also want to say something.
Keep talking, brother. Yes.
I'm rise up this morning with a certain type of energy.
Yeah.
You know, it's after the ancestor and work when I work through.
Yeah.
You know, I called it early on.
Yes.
And I was saying to you, how do we conform in a society where wrong becomes right and right becomes wrong when I carry a certain type of energy? Well, my answer to that is to start more on Marcus Garvey, Haile Selassie.
Yes,
you understand? And some of them great man there. And to help to carry it through, because this time, it's not easy in a Babylon.
It's not easy in a Babylon.
I was so hard one.
You them not work, them no want work, and them thing there. That tune on a mix set, you know, right? Never been played before, right? I ask the artist permission to play it, because I know say what he has done thus far with the music, even though the harmony and go upon it and the sweetness, and he probably want to take out that thing and put in that thing. We want the word for you, the consciousness of vision. So without further doubt, ladies and gentlemen, here's the tune.
Yo, brother, you hear me? I think so. Like man, come with the comment and say, right on the man, I think that no tactics are a picture of my work for me. But wait there, I work too hard to have the things I eat way. While boy, you stand up and linger in the street there. I tell like you're not touching hands and feet there. You want to make I think so you better be there. And no time for you sit down and look. Boy, you do and then no look. See him where you stretch it out to them. Stretch it out and you work your bread. Stop this guy knocking. Try some fun.
Play some fun video.
I will not worry.
Pull up that big tune there. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, one of the world's greatest youth. Yeah!
Let's see that I work too hard to have my things on this way. One boy has skylark a linger in the street there. Until night there's not touching hands and feet there. You want to get my things, so you better be there. And no time for you sit down and look. Why you do and then no look. See him where you stretch it out with them. Stretch it out, make it work your brain. Stop this skylarking, yo. Try some farming. I will not worry she. When man a work you asleep. Walk till the dead in the street. I'm a walking store, no window, no door. House of my food become a dinner, no shore. No put them dirty, but my heart is pure. Got a family to feed and I can't ignore. I know born with one spoon in a mouth. As the sunrise, I have to step out. So when you see man in the street, it's a better life Rasta seek. Snap the sky locking. Try some farm. I could have worry sheep. When man a work, you are sleep. Go and kill them dead in the street. From 6 o'clock we work.
What is it to be put on big up K-Frit and Angela McTavish. K-Frit, big up yourself, one of the greatest promoter, one of the most gorgeous looking women in New York City. K-Frit, big up. Angela McTavish, you don't know the thing said, big up yourself. We know you're watching this live, celebrating the Earthstrong of the right, Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, and I can see the art going up for this one. Yes, man, I can see it, man, I can see it. I see you, I see you, I hear you, I see you. Tune, K-Frit said. Yo, I have to pull up that, but before, why you write a tune like this, Rasta?
No, well, I see what go on in the country and in society in general. You know, most of the youths, them don't want to work.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, how do we get the message across? We put it in the music, the voice of the people. So at the end of the day, you listen to something like this. I mean, it's a bit humorous in a way, but it's serious.
It's serious.
You understand? So I just personal experience, I would say I go on out. Now I tell the youth them, so just work for your own.
Yeah, man. Go back into the farm, man, and farm. Eat where we go and go where we eat.
And before me running up, because as you know, it's
definitely fast one. Yes. Yeah.
One song before me.
Not a problem, man.
Have Earthstrong.
Yes, I am.
And as me say, my main objective is to awake the sleeping consciousness of my people.
Yes.
You understand? And my influence comes from Marcus Garvey August. You understand? So listen to the thing. Rise up, Jah people, rise and take your stance. Heights Rastafari, and free yourself from the wicked man, boy. Rise up, Jah people, rise and take your stance. Heights Rastafari, and free yourself from the wicked man. Up. You mighty race accomplish what you will. Don't be afraid because of the blood they spill. The spirit of our ancestors lives on still. So fight until, because this journey is for the bold and brave. This journey, the weak will have their minds enslaved. On this journey, you get what you gave. Liberation journey. Rise up, Jah people. Rise and take your stance. I trust the Rastafari, and free yourself from the wicked men. Rise up, Jah people. Rise and take your stance. I trust the Rastafari, and free yourself from the wicked men. With their Sophie, do Jaja works, gathering the blessings and dash with the curse in abundance of water, full die for thirst. Tell the whole earth, yes, Selassie I first. United we stand, we're strong. To be divided is a part of their plan. So Rasta stand firm in the Mama Gideon. Before me start the revolution, where is the resolution? Boy, rise up, Jah people. Rise and blessed Earthstrong to a great man ever walk the earth.
Well, you can't even just play back out the part of the crew. Play back the song. I'm going to get to it.
Yo, that I hear. I'm inside cool, I man, how we look today.
Yes, man.
Right now, I no tactics.
Yeah, good, man.
But we are there, I work too hard to have the things and keep while boy a skylark linger in the street I tell like dirt now touch him hands and feet you want to get the things and learn you better eat and no time for you sit down and look. Why you do and them no look. Same way you stretch it out with bird, stretch it out, make it work the bird. Stop the skylarking, try some farming. Idle dog, more sheep. When man a work, you a sleep. Go on till you're dead in the street. Stop this I'm a walking store, no in the door. I was my food because me dinner no short. My food them dirty but heart is pure. Got a family to feed and I can't ignore. I know born with one spoon in a mouth. As the sunrise, I have to step out. So when you see man in the street, it's a better life, Rasta seek. Stop this guy knocking. Try some farming. I could have more sheep. When man a work, you a sleep.
Marcus Garvey
Go on to the dead in the street. From 6 o'clock me wake. An hour after 8, we broke I dogs, I still await. But you come and have it gun in a waist. I'm not the enemy of the state. I don't have no time to waste. Why you a pass your place? Move from here before me kick you in your face. Stop this guy knocking. Try some farming. I could have worry sheep. When man a work you a sleep. Go on till you get in the street. Rastafari. Stop this guy knocking. Try some
big tune soon to be released. Sweet reggae music album, ladies and gentlemen. The artist Big John.
What till you're dead in the street. But wait, I work to what they are my things and give me. Why boy you style a kalinga in the street until like dirt not touch him hands and feet so you want to take I think when you better beat me. And no time for you sit down and look. Why you do and then no know. Same way you stretch it out to bed, stretch it out, make it worth your bread. Stop this guy laughing, try some farming. I could not worry sheep, when man a work you asleep. Go on till you're dead in the street. Yo, Nada, you hear me? I go back on the ISS.
That's the bar right
Yeah,
now.
everything's a pleasure being here to the side, whatever you say. Stop the sky laughing, try some fun. I could have worry sheep, when man a work you asleep. Go on till you're dead in the street. Yeah, man, come on for the roadside.
Come on for the roadside and find some more for you.
That's the part that gets you
This is a part to get him go. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. Big John on the album Sweet Reggae Music. Sweet Reggae Music. Good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the celebration of the Earthstrong of the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. All right. I just want to say to you, this wasn't planned. You know, my sons, they visit me from time to time. Good morning, Nesbeth, wherever you are, good morning. Good morning, Turbulence the Future. You know, good morning. Good morning, Maureen Miller Welters, good morning. Good morning to all of you, Ratrick Stubbs and Ras Anjamari. Big up yourself out there. Jackie Hunt, big up yourself. K Fret, Special K, big up yourself. Tasha Kadeem Fire, big up yourself. I want to big up Saskia King. Big up to all of you out there that joined me to celebrate the Earthstrong of one of the greatest man that was ever born on the planet Earth. We should teach the Honorable Marcus Garvey to our children. And the reason, like I said before, why they don't want Marcus Garvey to be taught is because they cannot control the people once the teaching of Marcus Garvey is embedded. Paul, the chosen one, Eliot would say, Marcus Garvey is embedded in the chosen one, Paul Eliot. So Paul Eliot, wherever you are, man, pick up yourself. Paul Eliot is a stalwart, ladies and gentlemen, a giant, a person who has lived and writes so many big songs, honoring, one of his biggest songs is Self-Reliance, honoring the life and the legacy of the great Marcus Garvey. So this song that I've written and sung and produced, I want you to listen to it, right? The harmony was done by Toots Ibbert's daughter, Liba, I want to big up Leba on this one. The engineer is Courtney McLaughlin. We call him Courtney. I just want to big up everybody who plays a part and stand tall in the teaching of Marcus Garvey. So here is the song again. The name of it is Marcus Garvey.
Of the mighty race, you can accomplish what you will. Those are the words of the great Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Marcus Garvey, you're my teacher. Marcus Garvey, yes, you are the one. Marcus Garvey, you have changed me. And the written of the words that must be done. You are the prophet sent from God. You are the Moses with a rod. You are the man from Satan's way. Come to lead our children from rolling stream. They say you left us on the pain. They say you left us. Simply not true. The knowledge of God just remains in our hearts. I love you, Mr. Garvey. I love you so. Oh, I've never seen anyone. I've never seen anyone quite like you. Marcus Garvey, you're my teacher. Marcus Garvey, yes, you are the one. Yes, you are the one. You are. Marcus Garvey, you have changed me. And let me of the words that must be done. You took on a string while our mind is at play. And the people in the wake up, sleep, wake up, accomplish what we will. Wake up, is teaching still. The same God lives on now and forever. Wake up, in our hearts and in our minds and our souls. Let's respect the man. Let's love the man. Let's honor the man. And our future will be secure. Let's go, go. Marcus Garvey, you're my teacher. Marcus Garvey, yes, you are the one. Marcus Garvey, you have changed me. And the liberty of the words that must be done. You are the prophet sent from God. You are the Moses with a rod. You are the man from Satan's way. Come to lead our children from going astray. Mr. Garvey, they send you to pull up that up the mighty race. What you will. You can accomplish the words of the great Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Marcus Garvey, you're my teacher. Marcus Garvey, yes, you are the one. Marcus Garvey, you have changed me. And direct me of the words that must be done. You are the prophet sent from God. You are the Moses with a rod. You are the man from Satan's way. Thank you. Come to lead our children from rolling stream. They say you left us on the pain. They say you left us. Simply not true. The knowledge of God just remains in our hearts. At your glorious word. Oh, Marcus. Oh, I've never seen anyone like you, Mr. Garvey. I've never seen anyone. Oh, Marcus Garvey, you're my teacher. Marcus Garvey, yes, you are the one. Marcus Garvey, you have changed me. And the liberty of the words that must be done.
Youth have gone astray while our minds are prey. Wake up from our sleep. We must accomplish what we will. Wake up, is teaching still. The state lives on now and forever. Wake up in our hearts and in our minds and in our souls. Let's respect the man. Let's love the man. Let's honor the man. Wake up and our future will be. Wake up. Marcus Garvey, Marcus Garvey, yes, you are the one. Marcus Garvey, you have changed. And the lady of the works that must be done. You are the one, sent from God. You are the Moses, with God. You are the man from Satan's cave. Come to lead our children from going astray. They say you left us on the pit. They say you left us. Simply not true. The knowledge taught us to remain in our hearts. And your glorious word. Oh, man. Oh, I've never seen anyone quite like you. I've never seen anyone quite like you. I've never seen anyone quite like you, sir. Marcus Garvey, you're mighty. I love you. Facebook, I love you. Marcus Garvey, YouTube, I love you so much. Marcus Garvey, you have changed me. And you make me of the world that must be done. I love you, Mr. Garvey. So as we further celebrate the Earthstrong of this great man, I urge you, all of you, to do the right thing and to teach it to your children. Teach him to your children. Make sure, and we're talking to Jamaicans here too, make sure we do the petition. Make sure we signed up and say, hey, Marcus Garvey must be taught in our schools. Right? Mutabaruka said, all in the churches, them should have speak of this man. Because this man comes to do good. A prophet, the Messiah of the black man. YouTube, Facebook, how are you this morning? Let me see over here. Yeah, man, I see the Royal General. Big up yourself. I see Char Brady. Big up yourself, Char Brady. I see Melissa here. Big up. I see Devon Unique. Big up, big up. I see enjoy the show. Trust the plan. Bless up Kuda. That's what he said. Appointed, anointed, royal, strong, maroon. Big up, big up, big up, big up. I love each and every one of you. K. Fred, big up yourself to all of you over there in Facebook. My friend Jacqueline Hunt in London, big up yourself, Jacqueline Hunt. Big up Mackie McPherson, big up yourself. Abijah, big international recording superstar. Abijah, big up yourself, big up yourself. I want to play another song from the Sweet Reggae Music album. Let me see if I can find it over here, because that album have nothing but some great, trust me, some great artists. You know what I mean? And I just want to share it with you because we're celebrating the Earthstrong. Yeah, man, I want to play this song. This song was done by, I'm not saying nothing. Raw D, ladies and gentlemen, my son. Ain't got no time to waste. I see that I no time to waste. I'm moving on. K-Freak, this is for you. No time to waste. I'm moving on. No time to waste. I'm moving on. No time to waste. I'm moving on. No one can tell me I'm able to be rock that. No time to waste, I'm moving on. No time to waste, I'm moving on. No time to waste, I'm moving on. Come celebrate that song. Come celebrate See what they say, I don't care. Yeah. Do what they do, I don't care. Don't care. Don't care. I don't care, but as you know, today is the Earthstrong of the Right Honorable and the upper top we said, you can use them there. Yeah, all right. What I don't want to pull up the tuna. Marcus Garvey said for forward and the upper top we said. Today is the 132nd birthday of Marcus Garvey. So we're celebrating live on YouTube and Facebook. No time to waste, I'm moving on. No time, get around, speak up the sound. No, Joseph, pick up yourself, Joseph. I'm moving on. Pick up yourself, Joseph. Cut the track. The black card. No time to waste. I'm moving on. No time to waste. I'm moving on. I'm rock. No time to waste. I'm moving on. Hold on, let me put pull up. This is my son Kamal Sterling. What's up, man?
I'm here.
Well, you don't know today is the 132nd Earthstrong of one of the greatest man that was ever born on the planet Earth. His name is Marcus Mosiah Garvey. What does Marcus Garvey means to you as a young man? Tell the world. What and how did you come to learn of it?
Well, to be honest, I learn more about Marcus Garvey than even when I got to school. So you acknowledge Marcus Garvey to me more than anybody else.
Give a thanks, man. Give a thanks.
Understand?
Louder.
And when me learn about him,
yes,
he's a very outspoken person.
Yes.
Understand?
Fearless.
Fearless.
Yes.
Understand? And always on the go. He's a go-getter, Marcus Garvey. Always a look out for black people. Always. You understand? So we have to respect Marcus Garvey to the max. Always.
And I know you're teaching him to your children.
Definitely.
Because if we do not teach him, those who are in higher position will not teach him. Because they know that if they teach Marcus Garvey, they cannot control and manipulate the people like they've been doing for hundreds of years. And Henry Style Sound, big up yourself. Fred Zart, big up yourself, man. Thank you very much for tuning in. We're having a beautiful time, man, and I'm here celebrating the Earthstrong of the Prophet. You know, one of my gods, His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie, and the Honorable Marcus Garvey are my gods. And I say that with no apology. And this album that I'm working on, man, it's a compilation album with a lot of young artists. 99% of them are Rastafarians who believe in the teaching and the discipline of Marcus Garvey. We have guidance and we have raw deal. Mrs. Morrison, big up yourself out there, I know you're watching. And we know that the Honorable Marcus Garvey lives forever. So we're going to touch about the music again and come up with guidance. My sons are tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. No time, Kamal Sterling. No time to waste, I'm moving on. No time to waste, I'm moving on. Militancy, I got no time to waste, I'm moving on. Got the shot. Good morning, Bonnie. Away. Get up yourself. No time to waste. I'm moving on. No time to waste. I'm moving on. No time to waste. I'm moving on. No time to waste. Share this message with them, man. Share it like okay, pretty sharing it. Yeah, do what, don't care. Care pretty, you're too listen to care. Me no care what the people no matter when I bring up. All them a happy what they became is a killer. That for your yacht and a mountain to top. You're not gonna do that, I got to turn on the car. No time to waste. We got no time to waste. Teach Marcus Garvey to our team. I'm moving on. Teach Marcus Garvey to our team. No time to wait, I'm moving on. No time to waste, I'm moving on. No time to wait, I'm moving on. No time to waste, I'm moving on. No time to waste, I'm moving on. No time to waste. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. And see again. No time to waste. I'm moving on. Yes, that was Raw Deal and Guidance. No time to waste. We're moving on. But I just want to say that there's an all of a song here. Song that we have done, and I remember when we did the song, the first song that we did. We have to big up Jessica Mbangini. She'll be touching down sometime later on tonight for the Marcus Garvey 132nd IRA FM tribute. So we have to big up, of course, Jessica Mbangini. As a matter of fact, when Jessica came here, we did this song with Jessica and Raw Deal. And see Jessica and Raw Deal, right? See it here? This is the one I want to do. The first song and Street Reggae Music album. Reggae music is there. Welcome once again, and we're sorry for the break. I see you trying to set me up, pick up. I got the feeling to myself from falling deeper, baby. You tell all your mind that all is well. She's all the way from South Africa. Jessica Mbangini. So wrong, baby. I call you on the phone. I can hear you in the background saying, I'm not here. Yeah, Jessica, though. I know I feel this way. Yeah, Jessica. I'm in love with a Rastaman. I'm in love with an African. I'm in love with a Rastaman. Yeah, Jessica. I'm in love with an African. I'm in love with a Rastaman. Me fall in love with an African. I'm in love with a Rastaman. Me fall in love with an African. You too, I love you. Harley in the Zoza. Big up yourself. Batman, big up. Oh my God, I'm so damn precise. Oh my God, you want the black ties. Say yeah, what my price. I'm in love with an African. I'm in love. I'm in love with an African. Sing it, Saskia. I'm in love with the rest of man. Sing it, Tasha. Sing it, Angela. All right, Colin. Pick up yourself, General. I salute you, my brother. All right, Colin. Up north. Oh God, hey Rastafari, I'm in Rastafari. I'm in love with Rastafari. We celebrate Marcus Garvey Earthstrong, ladies and gentlemen. Anil Smith, pick up himself, Anil. Amen. One Jessica. Big up to my brother Ira Collins, man. Enough love forever, my friend. You don't know the people. Big up all of Brooklyn. Big up Scabby Ramps. Big up yourself, Scabby. All right. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, and I said it before, we're here celebrating the Earthstrong of one of the greatest men that was ever born. A man that is 132 years old today. And the works that the Honorable Marcus Garvey did, not just in Jamaica, but all over the world, his teachings, his legacy, the prophecy, things that he has prophesied. He prophesied his imperial majesty and told the black man that look to Africa, look to Ethiopia for your God. The white man worship his God. I have no problem with that. The Chinese worship their gods. I have no problem. Indians worship their God. I have no problem. But I do have a problem when the black man is worshiping a white God. No, I personally have a problem. I don't care what you want to worship out there. If you're a black man and you want to worship your God, that's your business. But I'm saying to you, just look at the irony of the whole thing. You know, the white man didn't worship Emperor Haile Selassie and Marcus Garvey. They worship their own God, people that look like them. You know what I mean? And then they want us to have on our walls scattered all over the place an image of their God. And I have a problem with that. You know what I mean? I think we should worship God through the spectacle of Ethiopia, just like how the Honorable Marcus Garvey prophesied and predicted. And then guess what? In 1930, November 2nd, a king was crowned. He was crowned King of Kings, Lord of Lords, conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. And why I love the man so much and honor the Honorable Marcus Garvey so much is because he has done so much for my life. You know what I mean? I gave back my green card, and when I came to Jamaica, it wasn't easy. You know what I mean? It wasn't that easy, but I did the work. You know, I went out into the garrison communities and I put in the work. You know, I meet a lot of great youngsters. You know what I mean? A lot of great people I met along the way. And trust me, you know, just to see these people and how some of them strive now, you know what I mean? It makes me feel good. But I want you to listen to this song. This is another song from the album. It was done by Nature Ellis. Listen to what Nature Ellis says, right?
Nature Ellis is here I am. Knock and the door shall be open. See, and he shall show you how. Ask, and it shall be given. Everything starts within your mind.
Marcus Garvey said that.
Check the pages of history. Read about Marcus Garvey, the man from Ethiopia. Talk about the emperor. You don't know where you're coming from. You won't know where you're going. Study your foundation.
Study your foundation, people.
Knock when you talk, shall be open. See, and you shall find. Ask, and it shall be given. Everything is hard in your mind. See, you know the middle children astray. Crime and violence take place every day. Some children listen I say, no, there is no safe place for them to play. Want you know, what's the plan, Mr. Minister?
What's the plan?
I hope this a question I register.
Number one, number them Allah.
Some of them are just vampire.
Vampire them.
And the door shall be open. See, and he shall find. Ask, and then it shall be given. Everything is God in your mind. Won't you listen to me? Knock and the door shall be open. See, and he shall find. Ask, and it shall be given. Everything starts in your mind.
Free your mind.
Check the pages of history.
Check the page of history.
Read
Read about Marcus Garvey.
the man from Ethiopia.
Emperor Haile Selassie.
Don't know where you're coming from. You won't know where you belong.
Study your foundation.
Knock
And you don't
shall be
open.
See, and he shall find.
Ask, and it shall be given. Everything starts
within your mind.
Yes, I am.
See, and you shall find. And it shall be given.
Yeah, a whole tune upon the album. I'm not telling a lie. A whole tune. And you know, we just want to let them know, say, we love Donald Marcus Garvey. We study him. We study the works. You know what I mean? And we want people of Jamaica to study him just as well because he's one of the greatest man. You know what I mean? He's one of the greatest man that was ever born, and we should honor him. You know what I mean? We should really honor him and teach him to our children, and let's have a great Jamaica. Can you imagine today as we celebrate the Earthstrong of Marcus Garvey? We have total over 800. Yes, over 800 people have been killed. You know, my heart goes out to the families that have lost loved ones. You know, my heart goes out to the family that have lost loved ones. Why are we killing each other at the rate that we're doing it? And it shows us more that the Honorable Marcus Garvey said, if you do not know yourself, if you wait until your back is against the wall, then you're doomed. Then I guess we are dooming because most of us back are against the wall. It's been over an hour. I've been here talking to all of you. I thank you so much for joining in with me. Irie Feeling, big up yourself, man. Big up, big up, big up. Big up to all of you on YouTube. Big up to all of you on Facebook who took the time out from your busy schedule. Because I know Miss Bonnie might be at work, and I know Ira Collins, you know what I mean, is working and so on, and Angela and Saskia and all of you, and Cape Freight, I know you all are working people. But you took the time out and you acknowledge the presence of a powerful man. And I want to thank you so much. It was a great, great morning, a great, great hour plus sitting with you, rocking with you, talking with you. And I hope to, with my music, to bring back the stability of this country so that we can start loving each other, respecting each other. You know what I mean? Give each other respect. You don't have to like me, but respect me. I don't have to like you, but I'm not going to disrespect you. You know what I mean? We have our own differences. We have our own choices. So if you choose that and I choose this, then it's your prerogative. It's also my prerogative. You know, if you look behind you, see the Honorable Marcus Garvey, and you also see Winnie Madikizela Mandela. The reason why I put up a woman there and then His Imperial Majesty is right there looking over. Why Winnie Mandela is there is because she, as the epitome, learned of the Honorable Marcus Garvey, because her husband Nelson Mandela learned about Mr. Garvey. And Mr. Garvey was in Winnie Mandela when she stood up to the forces of apartheid with President Botha and de Klerk. Those evil people who have killed thousands, hundreds of thousands of Africans, you know what I mean, come to South Africa, took their land, right, and killed thousands of people, right? So we have to big up our prophet, our queen, Winnie Madikizela Mandela, thanking her mama, thanking you, mama, for the work that you have done, mama. Thank you. I love you, Winnie. When your husband was given freedom on 3 different occasions, you're the one who stood beside your husband and said, listen, how can you accept freedom when you are free and your people are not free? You know what I mean? And then her daughter, Zinzi, read a statement that says, I cannot accept your pardon of freedom. Why should I accept your pardon of freedom and be free when my people are not free? So Winnie, thank you for your work that you have done. There are a lot of young Winnies. I know Jessica Mbangini is the offspring of Winnie Mandela. I know Rahadil and Kaidan San and all of you out there that is on the battlefield, on the forefront. Prophecy Isis, you know, on the forefront, you know, fighting for the struggle for our people. And why can we not open up our eyes and hear, open up our ears and hear, open up our eyes and see the truth? We're not talking about anything else, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about the truth. So in closing, I'm going to find this song, right? This song is a song that was done by one of my sons again. And I wonder, this is my aim and my goal and my objection for my country, Jamaica. I want my country to strive, and I want the best for my country, right? So this is a song that I'm going to close with, all right? I want my country to strive. This is it. All right, college below, you love the one there. I can music, kind of music to uplift your mind and talking. Only the music alone can free my people from falling. Mama sing out and play the sentimental.
Me wanna look, me wanna show in the news. Me wanna put, me wanna fight in the news. I do it on the other girls in the news. News and fight with you, don't go on the news. You got the head and please don't lose it. Righteous, tell me you can be choose. Righteousness, on the news. So we can all benefit from the news. Bring back the sweet reggae music in the dance hall. That kind of music to put your mind and go. Only this music alone can free my people from falling.
I love each and every one of you. I love you so much.
Come and lift some of your letter after dance. Every someone you mean
On the road car,
Daddy, you ride.
and you want Frankie Park, Bunny Wailer. Sharon Linton, pick up yourself. Rastafari. Raymond Aston, pick up yourself.
From falling.
Come again, come again.
No respect for John one from January. My brother and my bandit, my color, the head culture and the so the new one to come all and mafia get the music and the youth and the nation. Reggae music is the direction to Zion. Good music, the play on our radio station. And many more legends we mention.
Bring back the sweet reggae music in the dance hall. That kind of music that uplift your mind and touch you.
Only the music alone can free my people from falling.
Big up Brazil. I was living in Brazil. Big up.
On the music time, it's one of the best of us.
And that's the music. When walk up, pick up yourself. Underground nice. Yeah. You the right in the music. Man, the channel. Big you. Pick up yourself. Big you. Pull up. When we have the icon like Big Youth, Manly Buchanan. I remember as a young man listening to the powerful words of Manly Buchanan is his right name, ladies and gentlemen, but he's known over the world as Big Youth. These are some of the icons of the business that has helped to fight for Marcus Garvey, fight for his Imperial Majesty name to be called, you know, humiliated by people. They've gone through the struggles. Big Youth couldn't smoke a spliff and the police now harass him, just like how Peter Tosh and Bunny Wailer and the rest of them. So when them icon they present a big up yourself, when them icon they can come in and do the work and is still alive today, it is an honor from my heart to say, Mr. Manly Buchanan, I love you from the core of my heart. I love you, Big Youth. Thank you very much for the work that you have done and is still doing for our people, our little island. 825 people dead. It hurt me. 825 people were killed already. And we have no remorse about it. I mean, hear enough marches, nobody now march. Nobody now march. Nobody now march. Nobody now march and nobody now protest. You know, protest for say, well, how can this happen? How can this still be happening over 20 years and every year we pass 1,000? How can this happen? 20 years and every year we pass 1,000. Some year we gone all the way up to 1,600, 1,350. 1 year in a month it could be over 330 people dead. This year in January, 135 people them killed. Then when they run down to May, them kill 105. Then when they run down to June, just June, 2 months ago, them kill 157 people. And we sit down, sir. Yo, Jamaica, wake the fuck up. That's what I try to tell you now. Wake up. And guess what? I'm not going to just sit back and let them come to get me. I'm going to talk. I'm going to use the power of words. and I'm going to speak what I must say. We must wake up. The Honorable Marcus said, wake the fuck up. Why can't we wake up? Why can't we wake up? Wake up from this dormancy that we're in. Wake up from this stupor that we're in. Wake up from whatever them island put on weight, whatever chemical warfare them sprinkle upon the island. We need to wake up. We need to wake up. You know what I say? Wake up, Rasta. Because if we don't wake up, we're subject to doom. And it's not joking. Marcus Garvey says, we're all are going to die. You understand? We all are going to die. We all are going to die. So, thank you all for watching. And I hope that each and every one of you on your journey will think about those that have gone before us. Our kids, our women, our children. The ones that are still missing. Every day, we'll be picking in Jamaica gone missing. Well, we're picking them there. Sometimes we hear that some of them reach home. But sometimes we don't know nothing about the rest of them. You know what I mean? And then when we do find them, they're dead. You know? We want to let them dead with them organs intact in them or what? We want to know what's going on. You know? So we cannot just sit back and idle ourselves. We cannot just sit back and say, boy, watch out. We not, you know, it's not our picnic them. You know? You understand what I say? You know what I said to you? You're welcome, enjoy the show, man. Thank you very much. We can't just keep back and say, well, I know our concern. We can't just keep back and say, I don't feel we picnic, so we're no business. All of them picnic in Jamaica belongs to me. I might picnic them. See? So when they miss them, it hurt my heart. See? So I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you very, very much for taking your time out to watch my program. Enjoy the rest of the day. And remember, all of you are in Jamaica, go down at St. Anne come Sunday at IRA FM and join Muta Baruka, Kabul, Jessica Mbangini, Nesbeth, and all of the great warriors there. Thank you so much. I love you, and I love you. Thank you.